Want to know how desperate I am for room decorations? I'm using old dust jackets as posters. Dust jackets! What? What is up, guys? It's Mega Man Chief Fan here. Welcome back to no! What is up, guys? It's Mega Man Chief Fan here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul, as you can probably see from the book flying off my feed. I'm keeping that in, don't worry. But anyways, it's a book haul, and it's going to be a large book haul that I'm going to separate into two parts. One part is the books that I got recently, and I am going to a book sale for my birthday on Wednesday. So, like, my birthday was recently, but it's not on Wednesday, but it was recently. So, these were some of the books that I got, just, like, cheap, right? We went to, a library bookstore, and then I'm going to a library book sale, which is, like, massive, which I've been saving up loads of money for. So, anyway, enough jibber jabber about my birthday. Today, I'm doing a book haul. I'm separating it into two piles because it's quite a lot of books. I'm gonna say that right now. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to this. Alright, the first book I bought is Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End. This is a pretty short book. It's a sci-fi book. I don't know what it's about, but I read 2001: A Space Odyssey. I liked it, but I didn't, love it because the Stanley Kubrick movie absolutely crushed it. But this sounds interesting. I think this is going to be better than the 2001: A Space Odyssey book because it just sounds more interesting. I think it's about, children are all that's left on the world, and it's just, I don't know much about it. I've only heard good things, so that's a plus. So, yeah, Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. Liked one book by Arthur C. Clarke, so I might like this one. Alright, the next book that I that I bought was Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I've been wanting to get into more not really straight up romances in general, but more classic romance that are just classic stories in general. But here's the problem. I tried to get into Jane Austen a couple months ago and just hated it. I absolutely hated it. Thought she was boring as crap. I didn't get her witty writing at all. But here's the thing, I also love the Bronte sisters. I love the Bronte sisters, or at least Charlotte and Anne. Well, actually just Charlotte. I haven't read much of Anne, but this is kind of more of the Bronte sister type of romance, and it just looks great. It's a classic tale. I don't know what it's about. All I know is that it's a romance. So if it's good, then I'll be set, because I don't mind romances when they're just if it's good. I don't want it to be cheesy. If it's cheesy, then I'm dropping this. But if it's anything like Jane Eyre, then I'm gonna love this, but I don't think so. But I've just heard great things. So yeah, Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, one of the highest rated classics on Goodreads, by the way, if you want to know that. All right, I bought 4 Stephen King books because Stephen King. Plus, they were really cheap on Amazon. So I got The Shining, Salem's Lot, Carrie, and The Stand. And I'm just gonna breeze over my thoughts on these real quick. The Shining, this is probably the one I'm most excited to read. Carrie, classic. Salem's Lot, classic. The Stand, I was about to say The King. The Stand, absolute classic, but just ginormous. I think the first one I'm going to read is The Shining because I'm the most excited about that one. But yeah, just Stephen King, what I've read from him so far has been absolutely fantastic. So I can't wait to get into some of his more famous works, because these 4 books are probably 4 of his most famous books, and they're his earlier books, but I don't care. Just as long as I've heard they're good, I'll read it. Alright, the next book that I got is The Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. This is a non-fiction book. Yeah, this is a non-fiction. It's a history book about it's half about the 1893 Chicago World Fair, was it? Yeah, Chicago World Fair, and half of it's a murder story. That's all I know about this book. But what I've heard about the book's quality has just been outrageously good. So this book just started a phenomenon that just wouldn't stop. So I'm why not just read it? And plus I got it for $3 at the library bookstore. Yeah, $3. And it's, besides this little dent on top here, it's in perfect condition, so why not get it? So, yeah, The Devil in the White City. Don't know much about it, but I bet I'm going to really like it. Okay, now we're getting to the second pile, and I just want to say before I get into talk about this book, much like All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, this book is insanely huge right now. Like, it's getting but it's getting, like, offers for, TV shows, for the love of God. And that is, My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Elena Ferrante. Elena Ferrante? I don't know. I really don't know. This is the first book in a series called the Neapolitan Novels. And the cover looks hideous, but I just heard the most wonderful things about this book. Well, at least most times I hear the most wonderful things. I've heard some reviews where I just heard this book was tedious and boring, but I read the premise and I really liked it, so why not give it a try? So I bought this book for like $10 brand new, so why not get into it? So, Elena Ferrante's My Brilliant Friend. Can't wait to see how it is, because it looks good. Alright. The next book is Jeanette Walls' Half-Broke Horses, and if you guys knew from my May wrap-up video, I absolutely adored The Glass Castle. Like, it was my summer assignment, and I read it even before summer vacation began. That's how much I loved it. So, and this is a novel. From what I know, it's a novel. I think so. Let me just find that, like, genre thing. I can't really find it, but, yeah. I think this may be a novel. Yeah, a novel. There it is. What am I talking about? But I don't know what this is about, and I want to keep it that way. I want to go into this book just not knowing much. So, yeah, Jeanette Walls. Loved The Glass Castle, and hopefully I'll love this, too. Alright, the next book is The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. This is what the cover looks like. I got this for $2, and I don't know. I really don't know what this is about. Ooh, it's about a bookstore. I just read on the back. It's about a person who works in a bookstore, but that's all I know. That's all I know. And I just realized something. Do you see that? Do you see that? That's Bookception. That's Bookception. I don't know if you can see that, but the cover of the book is on the cover of the book. This is Bookception. Why? The world is ending. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited to see what this is like, and even if I don't like it, it's not that long, so I could probably chug it in like 2 days or so. So, woo. Okay, the next book, it may be tied with like the Stephen King's where I'm the most excited to read this, and that is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name that well, but yeah, this just looks amazing. Oh, and the cover's beautiful, and the spine and back, and I got it slightly damaged, but I don't care, I'm keeping it. Because I'm not a snob that just, like, keeps all his books in perfect condition. If a book has one of these corners in it, like this little bent, I don't mind, I'll buy it. But, yeah, this book looks amazing. And this is actually something weird. I've heard about this book being YA. Like, this book is, like, I think some people categorize this as YA, and if you saw my book on preferences videos, I'm not that into YA, so this is probably me getting out of that bubble with this book, because most of, like, the YA people on YouTube have read this and loved it, so I'm guessing this is YA, so yeah, The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos, I'm just gonna say Zafón, because that's the only thing I pronounce, but Zafón is, yeah, that's all I know. That's all I know. But it looks amazing. And I've heard just the most wonderful things about it. Alright, the next book. Some people have categorized this as their favorite book of all time. Like, I know, like, a booktuber that I'm subscribed to has said this is her favorite book of all time. If you're watching this, I can't remember the name. It's like Vienna Waits Books or something. But if you're watching this, hi. I think this is your favorite book, but I don't know. But that is Donna Tartt's The Secret History. Donna Tartt is one of those people that I've wanted to read, but I'm just intimidated by, because she wrote 3 books, and they're all massive. And one of those books I've heard is absolute crap. But this is not one of them. I think The Secret History and The Goldfinch are the 2 books that are critically acclaimed out of the wazoo. And this is supposed to be her best one. Even though The Goldfinch was the one that got her the Pulitzer, was it? yeah, I think it was the Pulitzer. This is considered her best work. So why not start out with this and then go on my way to Goldfish, and because I've heard terrible things about The Little Friend. I don't want to read The Little Friend, but hey, maybe I may not like this, but it looks like something I may like. It's a 550-page book, even though it doesn't look like a 550-page book, but it looks good. I personally think it looks good. So, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Don't know what it's about, but hey, I'm getting it because I've heard the author, I've heard the book, so why not pick it up? Alright, the next book is a book that I cannot pronounce, and that is One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovic by Alexander I don't know. One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovic. I mean, I don't know. I'll put like a cover or something on here because I took the cover off because it was a crappy library edition, but it's an everyman's edition. Oh, I don't care if it's a little damaged and has this thing on the top. I love Everyman's editions. I need to get more Everyman's editions. This is only my second Everyman's edition. Yet I need more. I need more. So, yeah, I don't know what this is about. I think this is about a prisoner in a Stalinist work camp and is in just one day in his life. So, yeah, I'm excited to read this. It's terribly short, but it's also going to be, I bet it's going to be terribly good. So, that's a plus. Oh no, I almost knocked all my books down. The next book is White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I don't know anything about this book, so I'm just going to say this. Happy to have it, and I'm excited to read it. That's literally it. That's literally all I know. I'll just show the cover one more time. The spine is beautiful. I love that spine in the back with, I think that's supposed to be Zadie Smith on top. Alright, the next one is there's no cover here because I took the Just Jacket off to make one of those makeshift posters, but it's The Paris Wife by Paula McLean. This is about the lost generation, like, you know, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, Gertrude Stein, all of them. And this is more focusing on Ernest Hemingway, which, if you guys know me, I'm not the biggest Ernest Hemingway fan. In fact, I kind of hate him, but, this is actually one that I'm really interested in. I was like, this is not an Ernest Hemingway book, it's about Ernest Hemingway, so he's an interesting guy to read about, just not an interesting guy to read his books. I don't know, he's not that great of a writer, but if I like this, then I'm going to promise something. I'm going to give A Movable Feast a try, because I do really want to like Ernest Hemingway, but I just couldn't get into, like, For Whom the Bell Tolls and The Old Man and the Sea. Even though I got through all of The Old Man and the Sea, I stopped about, like, a third of the way through For Whom the Bell Tolls. I was not liking it. But, yeah, The Paris Wife. So, if I like this novel, I'll try Ernest Hemingway's A Movable Feast, because it's pretty much about the same thing, but only it's true, it's real. And finally, I got the complete series of Narnia, all packed into one giant book. I've read 4 out of the 7 books, and I can't wait to read the other 3 because this looks amazing, and I already know I'm going to like the 3 other books, because I started The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and I was liking it, but I just dropped it for another book, so, yeah, I can't wait. So, The Chronicles of Narnia, I'll probably get it through all of the books in, like, a one-day swoop, so why not? I can't wait. So that was the video, guys. I know that was kind of a little more disjointed video, but oh well. I just wanted to get a book haul out here because this isn't even going to be the big book haul. I'm going to, like, the book sale I'm going to, they can possibly sell books for $1/4 a piece, and that's ridiculously cheap. Like, I mean, seriously, that's ridiculous. So anyway, what did you guys think of the video? What have you guys gotten recently? Comment down in the section below. And as always, I'm Mega Man Chief Fan, and I'll see you later, guys.